Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be a showcase of my first 3 bays of my Elementops series of bays. Now, they're technically not called bays, but I'm calling them bays because, you know, Beyblade, stuff like that. They're pretty much Beyblades, but entirely plastic and no metal. First, we're going to look at Thunder Zeus, which has had the most, exposure to the audience already. But I want to give like a full, proper introduction to this guy. So let's get this thing started. But before we get into it, hey, do you want BX bays? Or even UX bays? Or even CX bays? Well then go check out sponsor of the channel, Mall of Toys. They're a big help to the channel, and if you guys use code Gabriel's Bays at checkout, you'll save 5% off. Now let's get back to the video. So Thunder Zeus is an attack-type Beyblade owned by Zio Amada. The main part of Zio's story is actually him finding Thunder Zeus in the ground, in like a field, after a thunderstorm. He picked it up and immediately felt the power course through his veins. And it was kind of just, he obtained the power. It was slow but steady to actually master Thunder Zeus's power, but after that, he pretty much gained the ability to battle, and Thunder Zeus was a pretty fun bay to use. Moving on to the design, you can see the thunder strikes that are surrounding the blade, as well as its thunderbolt motif. I did this all myself. The only parts that weren't printed were little cap inside. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys what I used to make these. I used a 3D printing pen, a 3D printed core piece from Beyblade Burst, so it's compatible with Burst launchers, and capsule pieces from capsules, all to make these guys. Therefore, they are not that heavy, and if I were to add metal, it would probably just shake around inside, which is why I opted not to put metal in these, because I didn't want to hear some obnoxious shaking. It would probably also mess with the balance of the bays, probably mess up with the balance of the tops. So that's also why I didn't decide to actually add metal into them. Otherwise, here's the tip. The gimmick of this bay is pretty much the same as every other jumping bay. You tilt it, it hops. It flies. It's basically just like it's basically what the gimmick is meant to represent a thunder strike. Now let's move on to the stadium so you guys can see how this gimmick works. We are here at the stadium, and here's Thunder Zeus in action. It doesn't hop that much, but it still hops a decent amount. Let me try launching it again to show you how it can hop. Only thing is, I can't make it hop too much. I can't tilt it too much, or else it's probably gonna break Thunder Zeus. But you can see how hoppy it is. I want to try launching it in its it's pretty balanced for what it is. It's pretty much just hops around. It's pretty unbalanced though, as most attack types are. But yeah, my favorite thing is actually tilting the launcher just enough for it to just hop around. Because Thunder Zeus is my favorite bay, my favorite Elementop that I've made so far. Because, well, not only was it the first, it's the first one to include a gimmick that actually works. Which I cannot say the same for the other 2 Elementops of Team Mystic, which will be shown off in the next 2 videos of Elementops. But honestly, I just like playing around with Thunder Zeus because Thunder Zeus is just so fun to play around with. And plus all the bays all the tops have the same shape, just with a different design. But they're still pretty fun to play around with, especially since one hops around the stadium. So anyway guys, that's all for the introduction of Elementops and this review of Thunder Zeus. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye folks.